Hey! Okay, we're live on the internet. We made it.
We made it.
We had
Doing
some fun.
tech. Doing tech.
It was a little bit of fun because for whatever reason, Streamlabs and Zoom fight over the camera feed on my end.
All the time. All the time.
So I have to open Zoom first. Otherwise,
Yep.
Streamlabs will not relinquish the camera feed, even though my camera feed is not even in the scene that I'm using right now.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. And I'm on my phone, but I'm not at home, so it's all precarious. It's just
It's
a
all very
precarious mess,
precarious.
people.
Yeah, let me turn you up a little bit. There we go. Okay.
Oh, am I quiet?
Hopefully, audio levels are good. If they suck, let me know. I can adjust it a little bit on my end.
I can always turn my microphone volume up if I'm too quiet. I can also just talk louder.
I think we're okay. I think we're relatively level because
Good.
I'm pretty quiet.
Good. Good. Who's in chat? Who made it before us?
Who's in chat? Okay, so Asa, of course, was in before us.
Yep.
We've got Sandy.
That's why she's
Great
the
hi to
moderator.
everyone in Queensville, Canada. I don't even... Queensville, that's
Nice.
Ontario, right? My Ontario
Oh
geography
my
is
God.
non-existent. We've got
Live there
Liz
for a
and
bit.
Jude and Nikki and Remy's Rovings and Yarn. Hello. Why is my phone
Ooh.
making noises? I'm so certain that I silenced that. Oh, it's because Mr. Diana is special and can get through Do Not Disturb mode on my phone.
Oh, did he need you?
Well, okay,
Ooh.
maybe it's my text messages then. I don't know. My phone made noises even though it's in Do Not Disturb, and I'll have to look at that later. Oh, Queensville is near Newmarket. That also doesn't help me. I'm so sorry. But yay, Ontario.
Guys, we'll send her an Ontario map online later.
I'm sorry, if it's not KW or like within an hour of it, I have no idea.
Knowing our moderator the way I know our moderator, you might find a link to an Ontario map sitting in Discord by the time we're done.
I know how to look up Google Maps.
Oh, God.
I just haven't had a reason to learn where a lot of these places are yet. If you're not KW, like London, Toronto, or like, well, now Elora. I've been to Elora now, so I know where that is. But if you're not those places, I have no idea.
Fair. It's the same with a lot of small towns in Manitoba. If you don't have a reason to go, you don't know where they are.
Yeah.
Why would you?
Exactly. What's a Niverville?
What's a Niverville? That's a question I've heard before. And I'm like, it's not that far outside Winnipeg.
I mean, now there's like a fancy film studio, so, you know, they've actually got things.
Given the way we're expanding, give it a decade and they will be a part of Winnipeg.
Oh, so Queensville is 1.5 hours to London. Okay. So not super duper far from here, I think, depending on what direction the 1.5 hours is.
Okay. It's still a day trip.
Yep.
You can go do some stuff and come home. That's the point. That's the important part, right?
Yeah.
Well, shall we get the party started?
Yeah, let's get this party started. It's warm in here.
I don't disagree. Welcome to the Northern Knits Podcast. We are two friends in Fibre who knit, craft, crochet, and talk everything in between. My name is Jocelyn and my co-host is Diana. And neither one of us is located in Manitoba today.
Still live at roughly noon Manitoba time. Roughly.
Still live noon Manitoba. That's fine. Diana currently calls Waterloo, Ontario home, and I am today visiting my parents in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. So I've slid over a province. I go home on Tuesday. So next week it'll be back to normal, but I am not near my editing software on my computer this week, so we're live. Because reasons.
Because reasons. Hey, you were off having adventures, so that's great.
I was at a Fibre fair yesterday. Fibre fair. There were sheep outside. It's nice.
Nice. I passed a Fibre mill yesterday. I didn't know we had one of those.
Oh my. There's not that many in the country.
Apparently we have one.
Okay.
The Wellington County Fibre Mill? Something like that?
Sure. I haven't done an extensive search of fibre mills in Canada.
Yeah, me neither.
So there's that. with absolutely doing no prep and show notes because we dealt with tech issues for the last 10 minutes, Diana's going to let you know what we're going to cover today.
Cool. Well, we probably have something in our cups. I've got some cool threads.
I have a cool thread.
We'll have woolly workings and some wool gathering. I have some acquisitions.
Okay, I have
Do you have acquisitions?
I have acquisitions.
Excellent. Well, you went to a Fibre fair. I should hope you have acquisitions.
Otherwise, I've done it wrong. Accurate. I have some wish list purchase items. Because who doesn't?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, let's start with what's in our cup.
Oh, Remy's Rovings and Yarn. I'll have to watch later on my way to glamping. That sounds great. Ooh. Have a great day. Hope to see you at the Manitoba Fibre Festival. Hopefully.
Absolutely. Well, me anyway.
Definitely Jocelyn. Me, maybe. We'll have to see.
We hope. We want Diana to come. We shall peer pressure her.
I will try. I will try. It is on the list of things I would like to do this year.
Fair.
Anyway, sorry, I cut you off.
That's okay. I'm used to it.
Leg, okay? Leg is hard.
It is. I have some blueberry, I don't know how to pronounce it's that weird berry with the A name. Acai.
Something like that.
Acai? Is it acai?
I think so. I don't know. I think so.
Anyway,
I think that's what I've heard anyway. Tomato.
I went through Mud's tea stash and I found that, so that's what I am drinking today.
Nice.
I make these decisions.
I have filled my mushroom cup with some locally roasted coffee from Smile Tiger Coffee. It's their Honduras blend.
Nice.
Delight roast. It's very nice.
'Cause coffee. I already had coffee this morning.
Coffee. Jude says, adventures and less work to do a thing, always good. And also says, live on Sundays are always fun, but it makes a sad Wednesday.
Well, I'm home on Wednesday and Diana doesn't have the excuse of having traveled, so there'll be farming on Wednesday.
Yes, we can probably do some farming in the afternoon. Wednesday is Mr. Diana's birthday and we're doing dinner, but I should be free in the afternoon.
I'm not free in the evenings most evenings anyway, so it has to be afternoon.
Perfect.
Yeah, so this is the tea container that the tea bag came in.
It's a little pyramid.
It's a little pyramid.
Why is it a little pyramid?
That's cool. I don't know. It was also interesting to open up. Oops. No, I got up 7:40 Saskatchewan time today. So, sorry, this earbud's starting to give me a bit of feedback, so I hear scratchy. Driving me bonkers. I may honestly take the earbud out.
Oh dear.
That's fine. I've had these headphones for about 8 months, and I go through a pair of headphones about every 8 months. It's a thing.
It happens.
It just means I'm only going to hear you in one ear.
I also can only hear you in one ear, so it's fine. Apparently the C is pronounced like a K, so it's like Akai?
Akai?
Maybe. It could also be like a... Yeah, I don't know.
I don't run across the very often enough to remember how to pronounce it.
It's fair. It's one of those ones I see it written out all the time, and I'm like, it's probably pronounced like this, and then it's totally not that way at all.
You're like, oh, I'm gonna butcher it. That's how it's gonna go. That's how it's coming.
Lynn says, good morning, everyone. Is this a regular podcast or a whip thing? This is a regular podcast, because Jocelyn's in another province and doesn't have editing software.
This would be accurate.
So welcome to episode 320E, because I didn't have another 3. For the sign, it's 320E. 32E.
Okay.
Or maybe it's 320.
Oh no.
Sorry.
I made
the worst set of puns yesterday. So we were in Elora, and their whole thing is they have like a river and a gorge and everything. So we're walking along the river and we found a dam, and so we're looking out at this like rather nice vista, watching the herons and everything, and I'm like, damn.
Oh no.
And then, so we're walking down the river the other way, and after there's like rapids and falls and like whatever. And so then it's like a really deep drop into the gorge, and I'm like, this is gorgeous.
Oh no.
I know. I took psychic damage to make those puns.
Oh my god. You should not be let loose near seniors and small children. Okay. My day yesterday wasn't as punny.
12 cups of coffee? No, we're not doing 12 cups of coffee again. We're just doing hot.
Just doing hot beverage.
It's so hot. Oh, I'm sad.
Crazy lady. Well, I know what my cool thread was.
Yes, what's your cool threads?
The hall that we were at yesterday for the bigger Fibre fair in Bigger, Saskatchewan. It's about an hour. An hour and a sneeze from Saskatoon. Ever since Daddy used to sneeze to describe a small portion of an additional skein, that's what I'm using for a small portion of anything. It was an hour and 7 minutes from Mom's house.
That is a sneeze, yeah.
It's a sneeze. We were there. Their hall was air conditioned.
Ooh, that's luxury.
So nice.
Air conditioned Fibre Festival.
Oh my god, it's amazing. So I wore my Endless Summer Adventures shawl, which is one of my shawl patterns that Erin has a sample of, and I wore it all day. Even at the height. Mine wasn't so warm that I had to take it off.
Amazing.
And it's very rare that I get to wear that shawl, and I love Erin's version of it because I love that hand spun she did it in. It looks kind of like a watermelon. It's so cheerful. So cheerful. So it was really good. So I was very happy to be able to wear my own design for the whole Fibre Festival. I don't think I get to do very often. Yeah. So that's my one and only. We came out here, the temperature cooled down. I could have bought a lightweight cardigan to wear, but you never know. So I did not. What have you been wearing?
Not that much, but today, since it is Pride weekend in this local city area, I decided I was going to wear that rainbow bandeau that I crocheted for our, I guess that was the spring knit with us, that I actually finished on time.
It's still going.
Yeah. So, bandeau! Ta-da! Except, it's like, obviously when I'm sitting, it's below frame, and so I had to put a shirt on over top, otherwise I just look naked on the internet, and I'm not ready for that much exposure. You know? But, bandeau. Ta-da!
Yeah. The delightful thing is you're going to have to take a picture and send it to me later because I'm on my camera and my camera's more than 2 feet from me.
Right.
So guys, I can't see what she's doing at all. I can barely make out my camera, and I think I'm looking roughly in the right spot. So hello, vague camera shape. Hi, how's it going?
It is too warm for this much sleeve, though, in this room right now. So I'm, like, dying a little bit.
The sleeve?
I picked the lightest sleeve.
You need a lighter sleeve.
Need a lighter sleeve. It's a light cotton shirt, and I rolled up the sleeves, and, like, it's the best I could do. Need a fan in here, maybe. Oh, except that would be noisy.
The fan does fine in the office for me, and we don't hear it on the microphone. So the problem is hard.
That's true.
Because I have the fan on all the time in the summer in the office. You never hear it.
Well, I might have to clear off some space. Out of frame, and get a fan in here next time.
You're on your own for clearing space. I get that. I can help with helpful hints and suggestions. You're on your own for making room.
Also says, we have a forecast of up to 30 degrees Celsius next week. I hate the thought of that. Yeah, we're, what are we doing? We're doing a high of, 20 today. Oh, that's lovely. Why is it so freaking hot in this room? It's terrible.
Because you haven't opened the window.
I have opened a window. It's open. I saw on the news they have found particles in the air here from the fires in Canada. It traveled a long way.
It does.
Yeah.
It gets all the way around the globe eventually.
forgot to ask if it did actually rain ash in Toronto yesterday. It was gonna maybe do that.
It's very hazy out here. Yeah, but that's fine. It's just it's what happens with wildfires. Nobody likes it. It's not cool, but it is what it is. Me and Aaron enjoyed a blissful drive into wind last week because we went
Delightful.
from highs of 38 in Winnipeg with no heat. Then we're standing in the Walmart parking lot in Yorkton, Saskatchewan, and we're both like, breeze. We don't even care what the temperature is.
Yeah, there's not much of a breeze.
It's the lack of breeze that does you.
We're covered in smoke today here in Calgary.
Yeah.
And Sandy says, just take the blouse off. We know what you're wearing.
Look forward to those comments.
I'm worried about... I don't know what I'm worried about. I don't know if I'd get reported for that.
Imagine me trying to explain it. No, she's wearing a bandeau. It's just that's how her camera angle is.
It's just, I mean, it's just shoulders up. It's just so hot. We'll see. We'll see how long it'll last.
Okay.
Should we get into some whirly workings?
We should, because I feel for you, but not that badly, because I'm not warm all the time, so...
Yeah.
Welcome to my world.
Also says I should just put a banner on. I'm wearing a top without straps.
Oh my gosh. No,
not
we've had
naked,
enough tech problems. Not naked, point. We've had enough tech problems. Let's not do that today.
No. I'll just suffer. It's fine.
It's fine. I have 1 item, 2 items.
I have 3.
Technically, I have 3, but I don't know where the third one has gone. I thought it was on the bed here. True story, guys. You are actually resting on top of the bed I'm sleeping on. In Dad's office, because the window's right behind, which is the best light, right? It's just a really good light to see. So it's a little jerry-rigged up in here today.
It's fine. It's fine.
Fine. But I've got 2 that I can show, and then I've got some other things, acquisition stuff, but 2 that I can show for sure, and a third one that's somewhere, and I might find it as we go, and I might not. Technically, I had 4, but I'm not showing you guys 4 stitches on the spring mesh sweater. 4 stitches.
Fair. Yeah. Does this mean I have, like, extra things?
You technically have 1 more thing than I do, because I don't know where stuff is going.
Well, I have...
So,
I'll go very, very quickly. I worked briefly on the Spring Valley bandeau this week.
Yeah.
So, the importance of gauge swatching. So, despite my very careful measuring, I did not actually make a gauge swatch, because I figured I couldn't possibly be off by that much. But it turns out that after it was all, like, washed and blocked is a strong word, I laid it out in so that it was square. It came out to be nearly 6 inches too wide and, like, wouldn't stay on. Yeah. So I had to undo the seam, which I'd single crocheted it closed. So I just undid the single crochet and then overlapped the ends by 6 inches. And then, for whatever reason, I slip stitched down this time, which used way less yarn than single crocheting it. So then I had all this extra yarn, so I like whip stitched down all the edges of the overlap. So,
you had decidedly have a front and back, do you?
I decidedly do. So, like, you can't see it, but this patch here is double layered and like extra toasty on that one side. like this square on my side is notably toastier than the rest of me. Yeah. So,
and at one point, are you going to learn that you need to do a proper gauge swatch?
Well, see, if I want to make another one of these, which I absolutely do, because it was a fantastic once gained wonder.
Yes.
See, now I've got like a whole garment swatch.
Uh-huh. I'm not referencing a repeat of that one. I'm referencing the next time you don't do a gauge swatch.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, gauge
and
swatch.
I hear the words, it's oversized, it'll be fine.
Well, when it's a sweater, that is fine. But when it's a bandeau that needs to have a certain degree of tension to stay on, it's not so fine. So I fixed that. And now I can wear it. And that also counts for the square on my bingo card that was to modify a finish. So there's another bingo square. Yeah!
Ta-da!
Rainbow!
Excellent.
Swatch, says Liz. Yes.
Oh no, Liz, you and I are correct.
Yes, I know. I have learned again to swatch again. Yes.
Yep.
Now my brain's spiraling off the song shots. Now I'm like swatch.
But it's swatch.
Everybody.
See, my thinking is if you made the proper size swatch every time for every garment, one day you'll turn around and you have a blanket's worth of swatches for a memory blanket. Done. You just have to seam them together.
Well, we know how long that takes me.
That's not my problem. The problem...
Well, my lack of swatching is also not your problem. It's my problem.
Just pointing out that swatches can serve a double purpose. They're a swatch and they're the start of a cozy memories blanket.
Yeah, I suppose.
Just saying. They just have to all be the same size, and really a swatch should be like 4x4 anyway, shouldn't it?
Ish. I generally go for... because it's usually like gauge over 4 inches. I usually cast on about 30 stitches, because even in fingering that'll get you about 5 or 6 inches.
I tend to just make a square, like whatever is going to make a square, and for sure I've got the 4-inch space in the middle. But yeah, 30 stitches, and I just make a square. Because then you can do row as well, which is also important. Because how many stitches you get per row tells you how quickly you're using your yarn.
Anyway, swatching. It's important. Otherwise your thing ends up 6 inches too big. Yeah.
Alright. We're going to talk about work knitting. Because that is what I have been doing almost exclusively this week. Why? Because I messed up a chart and I had to rip back a thing and I'm doing it like for the 3rd time and I'm grumpy because it's the 3rd time and I really want to get this done. Which way is forward? Does anybody know? Alright. I am making the light worsted weight version size of the shawl called Midnight Breeze. So it's a shawl that's coming out. Is this a reasonable size shawl? Guys, it's like half a blanket. It's like half a blanket. It's huge. And I'm doing the extra large version. Asa kindly tested the regular human size version. Because nobody should have to do this but me. Because I want it, because it's going to look really good with my coats and my stuff in the fall. That's why we're making it.
Mm-hmm.
So, out of some Red Heart Sparkle, I don't know if the sparkle will show up.
A little bit on the darker colors, but
God, that's a blanket.
You have made a blanket.
Yep. But I'm doing the bottom part, which is the fun part. And I don't know if you guys will be able to see or not, but there's a crescent moon in pearls and knits showing up.
It's hard because there's so many stitches.
There's so many stitches on here, it's really hard to see because it's all jumbled up, right?
Yeah.
But I've
between
been using,
that and video compression.
Yeah, right. Hey? I've been using knits and pearls in a chart to make crescent moons at the bottom of the shawl. So the eyelet lace goes away except for the center column and the 2 sides, and you've got the chart moons across the bottom of your shawl. And it's going to have tassels. I already have the tassels made. But I need to finish re-knitting the shawl. It's fine. I'm over the halfway point in the chart again. so that's not a problem. But they're just long rows. I need to sit and do them. I wanted to be about like 10 rows ahead of where I am now, so I'm like a day behind where I wanted to be. So this is what I'll be working on today as well, too, all day. But look at that! Look at that eyelet lace.
It's so much. Oh, it's gorgeous.
And it shows off this variegated beautifully. Hey.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Again,
sorry, that was the what yarn again?
This is Red Heart Sparkle roll. The roll with it sparkle in the diamond colorway. So you can imagine, once I've got it draped, you'll have this all up. Oops, cover my microphone. That's heavy. Have all of this up at the warm, but you got the mesh right here, and then you'll have you'll have your moons just below, and your tassels you wrap around, and then you just wrap the tassels around themselves once on the inside, and your shawl stays put. It weights the shawl so it doesn't fly up in your face. Right?
I love it.
So I'm very excited. I'm going to take photos again, now that once I've done it again, and I'll post it. But there won't be photos of like a person wearing this until we have reasonable temperatures outside.
Yeah. 30 degrees is not the temperature for that shawl.
I'm going to borrow my mannequin and we're going to make her look real pretty and she's going to get this shawl. But I will put it on a real person in the fall.
Yeah.
But that's a chunk of what I was doing. And I do need like a chunk. Like I did 15 rows of chart and they're long rows. And I can't work on it in the car. So it's only been since I've been here and I've had a chance to sit down on the couch and stuff. There's been stuff to do. Like this afternoon, once we're done this, I have to make pretend mint juleps and a lemon pie.
Very important things.
And visiting to do this afternoon too. So there's stuff happening. I'm on vacation technically. But yeah, it's my long cord.
That's
I expect most people to make the fingering weight version, which is a perfectly reasonably large size shawl. It's not aggressively large. This is the thicker weight yarn, and it is aggressively large.
It is in fact a blanket.
But that's what I want. Because what shawls do I use in the winter? You use the super huge, cozy, warm ones, right?
Right. Yeah. You do want a blanket at -40.
You do want a blanket at -40. That's what I want, and we get those temperatures. That's what I want. But I'm gonna have to do a fingering version at some point, so I have a more reasonable fall shawl. It takes about 3 to 400 grams worth of yarn. 300 grams is tight. 400 grams gives you a single needle rope. So it's a 3.5 skein shawl and fingering. It's still a big shawl. It's just 400 grams of a heavy DK weight yarn on a 5mm needle to get gauge is large.
Yeah.
Once you start putting in all that eyelet lace, it's big. And I know it's big, guys, but it's coming. It's the latest pattern that's going to come out. So that's the one I'm madly trying to work on because I'm supposed to be well through my cardigan design at this point, and I had to rip that out and start that again. So I didn't like the color combo. The the cardigan was working fine, and I'll talk about it. I don't have it because I don't know where it is. I'm going to start looking for it actually while you talk about your project to see if I can find it, so I can show what little I've done. But I didn't like how the colors were working out for me, and it's my cardigan. I want to be able to wear
it. Yeah.
See, like I keep pulling this bag, and this is not the bag I want. This is the spring mesh thing, and I only did 4 stitches on it.
All right.
It's probably in the car still from yesterday. At least I know where it is.
Okay. Liz was saying I have a sock in timeout because I messed up 3 or maybe 4 times. Yeah.
Whoops.
Definitely time for timeout.
Whoops.
All right. I felt the need for a cute little palette cleanser-y project. So I took half an hour to make a little sprout. It's meant to be a cable tie. So it's just 2 leaves and a stem with a loopy on the end. And then you just pull the leaves through the thing, and it's meant to like tie up cables or whatever. Except that the internet has decided that this is a decoration that goes on your headphones. So if you will allow me but a moment to reapply these to my headphones, which this is the reason I wanted these.
So you can have a sprout?
You wrap it around the top of your headphones, and then you have a sprout.
You have green leafy things hanging out.
Yeah. So I have a sprout on my head now, and it brings me great joy.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah, this took like 20-30 minutes tops. And I want to make like 1 billion of them. I want more sprouts in like different shades of green so I can have a whole garden on my head.
Of course you
I don't know why. This is my thing now. I just want sprouts on my head because it's funny.
Sure, why not?
Anyway, so this was a free pattern. The blog is Once Upon a Cheerio. The pattern was called the Sprout Cable Tie. Yeah, it's really simple. Really cute.
I'm thinking of using it as a cable tie.
You can definitely, it was intended to be a cable tie. You can also make it with or without the loopy at the end, and it can be a bookmark.
Oh, cute. I'd make it with the loopy and use it as a cable tie, because you've seen the cable situation behind my computer.
Yeah, I'm also thinking I need to make like 6 more for the cable situation under my computer.
Yeah, like a little cable tie, so those would be handy. And you could just use zip ties, but the leafy thing would be cuter.
Way cuter. You can have a little garden under your desk.
Yes, you could.
There's some new people in chat.
Oh, hi.
I'm going to take this off now so I can hear slightly better. Because that... I have the Bluetooth in the one ear, but if I put the over-ear headphones on top of it, it doesn't stay in as well, and I actually, ironically, can't hear as well when I put my headphones on. Because I'm not using those headphones, they're not even plugged in. But there's some new people in chat. There's Spartan Huskies Knits podcast.
Hello, love.
Karen, I made it. Good evening, everyone.
Excellent.
Jessica and Knitting Purple. Yeah, people like the little head fountain sprout. It's dumb and fantastic. So everybody should make little headphone sprouts.
Just wait till you see what I bought. Just wait.
Oh, the Spartan Huskies Knits podcast is Elisa. I don't know how to switch it. Yeah, I don't know how to do that either. But hello. I was like, I feel like that thumbnail's familiar, but I can't remember what person that goes with. Thank you. Karen just got home from singing a concert in a women's prison. That's an exciting thing to do.
Sure, why not? That's a thing.
Yeah, that's cool. I don't remember what was happening. I have sprouts on the brain now.
I'm going to talk about my other project.
Okay.
I'm going to talk about my other project.
I'm melting and growing sprouts.
Because I can't show the Endless Summer cardigan. I know where it is. I've remembered finally where it is. So I know where to go get it from. Aaron, it's in the car. I have done some work on my wood rose. I've got 1.5 inches of ribbing. I'm down to the last half inch, people.
Oh, home stretch. So close.
Almost finished. Again. Hopefully for the second last time with feeling, because I would love to be able next time to get on and just have a finished object. I made myself work on this in the car. It's like a bulk of this is 1x1 twisted rib in the car. Not too bad. I got a little bit of moss going on back here sometimes, but not enough I care. Not enough I care. I have, with 4 skeins of variegated fingering weight yarn from Erin of Fireweed Fibre Co. in her Northern Cardinal colorway base, which is her birds colorway. Guys, it was like 2 years ago.
The birds one.
The Bird Sock Club from a couple of years ago. I've been working on the Wood Rose, which is a pattern by Tristan of Dragonford Designs, and I am almost done for the second time because I put it on and I realized it was just a touch too short and I had enough left over. So to keep everything corralled, because I knit inside out and backwards, I have stitchy clip markers on my top of my neckline here, and I just have my sleeves on the inside. So when I'm knitting, since when I knit it looks like this, everything is contained.
Fancy.
And I can knit my ribbing in my hem in peace. And I'm going to keep plugging away at it because I'm done with the last half inch.
Karen says you can do it. That's what, 5 more rounds?
To try again, it's fingering. It's like 50 billion more rounds, but...
It's only half an inch.
It took me... It's an hour to Bigger, Saskatchewan, one way, right? So that's 2 hours in the car. And we set up on Friday. And I was about a quarter of an inch away from 1 inch. So it took me 4 hours to make over half an inch in Rubik. I'm not very fast, guys. I just put a lot of time into it. That's probably also why there's a bunch of moss interspersed in here, because I'm not looking while I do it.
Also says I've almost finished my lacy tee, finished short sleeves, and just going to use the rest of the yarn for some more body.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't have anything really else that was at the point where I could stop and put it in the car to work on. Like, I'm halfway through a sock heel. Almost everything else I have is on lace charts or pattern charts. So
yeah, I'm like
limited my options.
I don't have anything to work on today while we record. I'm just like very fidgety, and I apologize. Because normally when I'm sitting here, I am knitting. But my knitting right now is a colorwork chart, and I can't do that and do this at the same time.
No. You have to cast on another pair of vanilla socks.
Yeah, I was noticing that like 10 minutes before we started. I'm like, well, I don't have time to do that now.
Whoops.
Oops. I still have the second scrappy, striping sock to go.
Ooh, you could do that, yeah.
I could. I just, need 20 minutes to get started, and I didn't do that.
Oh, well, okay.
Sounds
like a personal problem. I warned you 2 hours in advance before the live. You had time.
I definitely did, and I definitely didn't think about it. Just didn't occur to me that I didn't have anything roundy to work on.
It happens.
Oops.
The big push when I get home will be to get the Nightshade Society tee, or sweater, to below the shoulders so that it is roundy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes.
Lisa says, I'm weirdly someone who can't knit and podcast, but my hands move so much. I can only do the roundy. It has to be super, super simple for me to be able to carry on a conversation while I do it.
1 by 1 rib is about as fancy as I can get. I can't get fancier than 1 by 1 rib.
Yeah, if it's a, even pattern, I can do it. An even pattern that doesn't involve increases or decreases.
Yeah, no increases or decreases. That's not happening.
But anything more complicated than that, I cannot carry on a conversation.
Do you have your last project you want to talk about? I'm assuming we're getting a Stego sweater update?
Yes, we are getting a Stego sweater update as soon as I disentangle this yarn. Here we go. Okay. I didn't get super duper far.
You even got a whole extra week.
I know, but we have the beginning of some Stegos, you can see. I still have not found a longer cord to liberate from another project. Okay. So you get to see 1 Stego. I've got the spines done. Okay. Got the spines of Stego. And it's now starting to look more like a purple sweater with the off-white instead of a white sweater with purple, which is good.
Okay.
Because when you start with your contrast color, and it for a while ends up looking like it's the contrast color is the main color, and yeah. But we got some Stegos, and I'm excited about it.
Yeah, because you got a whole extra week on the race because I had to leave it behind. It wasn't ready to come here.
Yep. And I perhaps squandered it doing other things. In my extraordinarily weak defense, Fortnite got an update and it now has dinosaurs.
Oh, jeez.
And perhaps I might squeal with delight every time I find a dinosaur I can ride in the game.
Yes, yeah, I can see that happening.
So that maybe took up some of my time this week. Maybe just like a little.
Don't worry. Shoot His Blood and Teeth is going to take up some of my time when I get home.
Sounds like a fun game.
But you can play cooperatively.
Ooh, okay. I might have to get this silly game.
So ridiculous. Alright. Well, I have acquisitions. I'm out of projects.
Alright, let me catch up on chat, and then we can get into some acquisitions.
Absolutely.
Knitting Purple says, I'm knitting... preemie sizes of traffic light hats, red, amber, green, for the NICU at the local hospital.
Oh, lovely.
That's cute. Yeah.
I love a good donation knit. I think more people need to do it, I think.
I have not actually done that.
I like doing the hats and scarves and knits, but I like doing them and donating them to seniors' housing. Because a lot of them don't have family for Christmas, so I donate a lot as anonymous Christmas presents.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Lynn says I look like the Pope with that sweater on my head, or a bishop or something. Oh gosh. Okay, Karen was saying that's such a nice and crispy contrast. It looks so good. I spent some time in the yarn store with my phone on black and white mode, making sure I picked good contrast.
It was
Pro tip, if you want to make sure. If you want to make sure that your color work contrast is high enough, black and white mode on your phone will tell you. Because there were definitely some colors that I picked up and I'm like, oh, these look kind of good together. And then I looked at them on my phone and I'm like, these are the same, never mind.
Pro tip. Also call a friend. Do it by committee.
Also that, I posted many pictures in the Discord that day. What about this one? Or these ones? Or these ones? Or these 16 other choices?
Guaranteed to be full of opinions. You might not like them.
There were many opinions.
But we'll have them.
Elisa says, my hands help me talk. I had an English prof grab my hands to get them to stop moving and I freaked out and stopped thinking. That is a weird interaction. Why? But people talk with their hands. I thought that was like a relatively normal thing to do.
I talk with my hands sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, my hands are out of frame, but I'm totally doing it.
I've been known to just gesticulate wildly.
If I'm giving a speech or something in like Toastmasters, we talk about the thing and the other thing and you talk about the things.
Yeah, I thought hand
gestures are important.
Okay. Apparently, we're the oddities on that one.
Lynn likes my color choices.
Yeah, they're good.
And Elisa was mentioning Fractured But Whole is a South Park game, and there's a new Harvest Moon game called Story of Seasons that are sinking lots of time into.
Unless you have a younger sibling who played Harvest Moon ad nauseum, and in which case, no. No, because all you can think is your irritation from your younger self about your younger sibling. So I'll pass on that one, but I do understand the appeal. I do get it.
I learned that I just don't actually like farming sims. That doesn't stop me from playing Stardew, but I just sort of ignore the farming part of the farming sim. You know the whole point of the game? I don't like that farming part in the farming game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm happy to do the farming part.
Liz is almost at the toe of her second sock, top down.
Lovely.
Oh, so that's almost a finished pair of socks. Nice.
Yeah.
And Karen says, I don't think I've ever met anyone who doesn't talk with their hands. That would be weird. Right? Like, if you just, like...
Even if you don't do it very often, to do it every once in a while, like, that seems perfectly normal to me.
Yeah.
Wait, what do I know? Knitting next to the bed is working out great. The sweater sits on the bed, not my lap.
Nice. Okay. We should probably get into some acquisitions.
Absolutely. Would you like to go first?
Sure.
Or do you want me to go first?
No, they're right here.
Okay.
Crinkle, crinkle. So, while I was away visiting, our last yarn splurge order came in.
Yep.
From Midnight Cravings. So, I have some yarn I need to send to you.
Yes.
Because it arrived 3 days after I left.
Something like that. Yeah, it was like super shortly after you left.
Yeah. So I got a couple of DK sets. I was going to say, one of them's a gradient, one of them's just a set of colors. So Here's one set of colors. From the brown, starting from the brown side, we've got My 2 Cents, Pacific Rim, Sandcastle, Hayride, and Wrought Iron is the gray.
Want to describe all those colors there?
Yeah, okay, so My 2 Cents is like a coppery color like pennies. Pacific Rim's oceany blue. Sandcastle is like a off-white sandy color. Hayride is like a goldeny hay color. And Wrought Iron is a nice dark gray color. Kind of charcoaly.
I keep wanting to hold up the My 2 Cents and see if it's a color I could wear.
It might be.
I don't know. I'll have to try.
And then I also got this blue gradient, starting from a light grayish blue going down to, again, Wrought Iron, which is, I guess it's like a bluey gray. I didn't realize this when I picked these two sets, but both sets contain Pacific Rim and Wrought Iron. I didn't mean to.
You have some color likes. Do you? You have some color likes?
I didn't mean to. Anyway, so this one, starting from the lighter end, is Sidewalk, is a light bluey gray. Then Parasol is a sort of a pastel-y blue. Pacific Rim again. Diffraction is a... What is that color? I don't know, like a dark oceany blue, maybe? And then Wrought Iron again. I don't know, it's got like a sort of a touch of green to it almost. It's hard to tell with the plastic wrap on it.
Fair.
What do I have in mind for them? I have nothing in mind for these. They were just pretty. Some kind of faded sweater, or there's a couple of shawls I have in mind. Actually, that shawl pattern that I bought, it was the crochet.
The lighthouse?
Crochet. Nope. When we were shopping for all the stuff, and it was a crochet pattern that hadn't come out yet, and it was like the squares, but it was like that weird, it's wavy, but it's all in little like entrelac squares.
You'd have to look up the pattern name again.
Remember what this pattern is called. Anyway, it's out now. Tunisian. It was like Tunisian entrelac, and I wanted to do it because A, it just looked really cool, because it's got this sort of optical illusion thing going on. But it's DK weight, and I think it needs like 8 different colors, which I think I have, because I have doubles of some of the colors.
You're right. And listen, by the time we were pattern shopping, it was day 2. We had been yarn shopping for close to 8 hours.
Okay, hang on. Let me find this pattern.
I don't remember what patterns I bought day 2.
It's the landscape shawl.
Okay.
Pardon me 1 second. I'm going to... Okay. If motion bothers you, close your eyes for a second. I'm just going to drag a tab onto the screen.
I'm going to continue to see nothing.
Okay. I'm sorry, but you saw the pattern before. You know what I'm talking about. Okay.
I do.
The picture's up. Yeah, so it's like squares, but then you make the squares different dimensions, so it does like a wavy swoopy thing. And it's very optical.
Oh.
And I was definitely okay. I'm gonna move this again. Actually, now I'll just close it.
You'll just close it.
Yeah, okay. There we go. I was definitely making motions, even though nobody could see me.
Okay.
So yeah, I think maybe I'll do that. But I gotta finish some more stuff so that I stick with my 2 out 1 in thing. Because I'm still managing that. We're into June, and I'm continuing with my 2 out 1 in.
You're very
even with the test knit.
You're doing a really good job.
Yeah, and the whip bin's getting smaller, and I'm getting needles back. It's very, very exciting.
It's very satisfying for you?
I'm extremely satisfied.
Good.
Sandy's just started my pumpkin patch sweater by Megan Region. Bad Wolf Girl Designs. Oh, I think I've seen that sweater.
Pumpkin patch sweater?
Yeah.
I must have seen that sweater. I'm gonna have to go looking for it again though, because I'm intrigued. Because I've got that slutty pumpkin.
Oh my god, yes.
And
I remember seeing Bad Wolf Girl Designs and thinking that basically everything was amazing.
It's Jocelyn? Yeah. That might be another one to start. Might be a thing.
And Elisa's working on her Mass Vita shawl by Jennifer Lassonde. I don't know that one. I'll have to look it up after.
I don't know that one either.
Oh my god. I'm melting.
There's some Googling in our future. You're melting?
I'm melting.
Melting? Show my yarn.
Yes, let's see your yarn. Oh, wait. Oh, your yarn is in a box downstairs to get mailed. I'm sorry.
I want to see my yarn.
Do you want me to go get it?
Yes.
Okay, I'll be right back.
How rude.
How rude indeed. Okay, 1 second.
How rude. So yesterday, I was in Fibre Co.'s booth. Not a shock. I love spending time with Erin, and I love hanging out in her booth. It's always good fun. So I would talk about the stuff that I got from her booth, because of course I got stuff from her booth. Why wouldn't I? I'm there all day. The temptation is high. Now, I try to make sure at this point that there are things I'm constantly reaching for. So sometimes an item or a colorway or a thing will come and go from 3 or 4 shows before I actually take it. It's obviously not the same item, but it's the same colorway, name, or it's the same thing. And I've been eyeballing some of her Fibre, as I do this one, and I'm horribly lit for myself, guys. I'm greatly lit for you guys, but horribly lit. So I don't remember what Fibre base this is. I think this is... and I can't even use my magnifying glass because you guys are my magnifying glass. I know this is called Pink Lemonade, and it's one of the Fibre braids. And I have...
Oh, it's pretty.
I have picked up the Pink Lemonade Fibre braid in every base it's available in whenever time I see it. It's not a very Jocelyn wearable color because it's pink with yellow in it. It's Pink Lemonade, but I freaking love it. I don't know what I'm going to use it for after I'm done spinning it, but I'm absolutely going to spin this bad boy, so I'm very happy. I'm very excited that I got this. I also helped put together a couple of mystery grab bags for Fibre, so it's different types of Fibre in a bag, and you can buy them on the website when they're available, and you can buy them at shows and stuff. But I absolutely may have snuck off. No, Erin knows I didn't. She offered me these 2 of the same colorway in Fibre strips to try. Ooh. It's a fake chenille. It's a fake chenille. It's super soft, but I'm thinking these are mum colors.
Oh, yeah.
So I could spin these up and put them in something for mum. So I'm very excited, and I've never spun with this type of stuff before, so I'm very excited to try. Don't worry, Sherry and Jen are in town. They stayed here in Saskatoon and went to Bigger this weekend as a vacation day. So I brought the Turkish drop spindle that Sherry got me in November, and I'm going to get Sherry to show me how to use this. And I think I'm going to start with some of this and spin it and see what happens. It's good. Did you come back while I was showing Pink Lemonade? I got some Pink Lemonade Fibre.
Yes, I came back.
All right. So the last thing I got from Erin. I love new stuff, okay, guys? I'm a little addicted. she started making grab bags.
This?
It's a grab bag.
I love it. I love it.
They put it together, and you just get, it's a set, you just get the set, and this is a DK weight set. A lot of it is Songbird Club colorways, so obviously now we know why I like them, because I like the Songbirds, right? I like the colors. And I want to take them out so they're easier to see, but that means we have to plastic.
Crunch, crunch.
It's so useful for packing and wearing and doing stuff with. It's so annoying when you podcast. You know what? That's my problem, not nobody else's problem. The question is, can I read the colorway names? Probably not, given this lighting. But that's nobody's fault. Guys, I can grade them, take a picture and put the names up in it. Anyway, I got the DK weight ones because they were stinking pretty. Yeah. Too much yarn, not enough hand. I'm gonna do it 3 and then 2 because I can't do it. So here's the first 3.
Oh, they're so pretty. What is that blue?
It's like it's got Whiskey Jack. It's got not Hummingbird. 3 of them are the bird colorways. And I know Whiskey Jack is one of them. I think one of them is the Blue Jay. Anyway. And Aaron told me. I have been told what colors these are. I forgot. I have 5 of them. They're DK, which means I almost have a sweater quantity in DK weight yarn to fade for something. So I can take a look at the DK weight yarn that I have, and I can play some mix and match games, or I could just make something out of these guys because they're a beautiful color. I could take the 2 solids out and get additional in the solids if I need for something else. So I loved the set. I loved that it was a grab bag. I loved that I didn't have to think about it. I just liked it. I took it, and I could do something with it.
It's so pretty.
I love a grab bag. I love a grab bag. Like, I think you should try some of their mystery fiber bags, because they were fun to put together, and they're literally just different chunks of fiber to try different spinning with different fiber.
Sounds like great fun, and I'm definitely going to do that at some point.
And you don't have to think about it. You just go, oh, doesn't matter. It's a mystery grab bag. Send it to me. We're good. So I know they're available on the websites, but I had to get a grab bag.
Hi, Jocelyn's mom.
Hi, Jocelyn's mom. Hi, mom.
What colors do you want?
What colors do I want?
You asked you couldn't read the name.
Oh, mom's gonna read labels. I can't read these. The lighting's crappy for me. Can you guys hear my mom?
No,
I asked
not really.
Diana. Not really?
That's fine. So let's get a buttercup.
Buttercup?
Okay. It's called Blue Christmas.
Blue Christmas and Buttercup? This is Christmas. And this one's Buttercup?
So this one.
Gimme.
It's also buttercup. Okay, it's called Whiskey Jack.
Yes,
That
Whiskey
right?
Jack, I remember.
Also buttercup and can. Melted Kingfisher.
Bah, that's the other bird one, the melted kingfisher.
Oh, yes.
Graphite.
Graphite? Excellent.
Oh, another bird. Eastern Bluebird.
Eastern bluebird. Ha ha ha. Thank you, Bubby.
Thank you, Jocelyn's mom.
Internet says thank you. Mom to the rescue. Hanging out in the front room. It's hard not to hear me. I project. Either way, I'm going to take a look because I know I've got some patterns in my favorites bundles that are DK weight where this would make a great fade set for. But I also could do something like I could make a headband, mitten, cowl situation and use these and have a matching set. Also, my dad's chair just shrunk for some reason. I don't know why.
I mean, you were centered in frame earlier.
It's just decided to just shrink. Watch, I'm going to shrink out of frame. I'm going to let it go until it's finished. But that's what I got from Aaron yesterday. And then we saw the ladies from Midnight Cravings because they were there. I mean, they're literally like an hour and a half outside of town from Saskatoon. So, of course, they were in Bigger, Saskatchewan. It would be silly if they weren't, right? Hang on. Mm-hmm. We got to go up.
Oh, hey, you're more in frame now.
It was shrinking. I wasn't touching anything. Going now. But I knew I had yarn sitting at your house from them. So I currently have stuff. Does that stop me from picking up their stuff? No, they have their silk at shows, so I was able to touch their silk base. Oh, yes. Ooh. So nice. So nice. And I like their linen base, so there's things. But they had a little kids area where the kids could bring their craft stuff to sell.
Aww.
So cute. And we took a look at all the stuff, and the ladies from Midnight's they both had their daughters there, and their daughters were selling stuff at their craft table, right? And they had project bags, and they had these stupid. Don't get me wrong, I probably should have also got a project bag. But what we got, was called a trinket box. So look at this cute little thing.
That is adorable.
It's just a little fabric box.
Okay.
It's a little sewn fabric box.
Does it have cats on it?
Yeah.
Of course it does. Of course it does.
Mine has cats that are knitting. This is important. And we picked the pink interior because it's a bit easier for me to see. The white gave off too much glow. But it's so, I'm always so excited with little people. They're not little, they're teenagers. When young people do entrepreneurial stuff like this, just, I get so stoked. And Erin had to get house plants, so Erin left her house plant trinket box with me here so I could show it off. This would be so cute to hold things. Don't worry. We bought Diana a red polka dot one.
I love it. Also, Jude, thank you for the ponytail bauble idea with the leaves. I'm very happy with this.
Oh yeah.
I'm so happy right now.
We got Diana one too, so you can also have a trinket box. I want to put it in the mail for you.
I definitely need a trinket box. The situation with the trinkets back there is bad.
It's getting
rough.
Yeah.
I need a trinket box.
We got you a thing. So I was very it's a really cute show. There was a lady there who was making bags, and the bottom of them is leather. The main body part of the outside of the bag is felted wool. It's a leather felted wool large bag with the backpack handle stripes. I saw several of them wandering around the show. They're just gorgeous. And she just does them for fun. She goes to shows and does them for fun. I'm like, how cool is that? I may have spent 45 minutes with the sock knitting lady. She had a sock machine there. The demonstration. Mm-hmm. And I can use a knitting sock machine.
Nice. So
I can use a circular knitting machine. She's got a couple that are almost done refurbishing. I have her number.
Nice.
Might be buying a circular sock knitting machine shortly, guys. Where am I going to stick it? I don't know. We'll figure that out later.
Is it large, or does it clamp onto a table, or is it a whole freestanding?
It's from the World Wars classic circular
semi-industrial.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, that's serious.
She collects and refurbishes antique circular sock machines, which is what I want, because they were made and produced for people to have to make socks for the men at the war, and they were also a way for disabled people to earn an income. So they were also something that were given to disabled people who could do the motions to do it, which included the visually impaired and blind community.
Cool.
It's a device that just happens to also be accessible sometimes. And to me, it's accessible, so I want it. I want the weights, I want the sock. She walked me through how to do a heel. So I literally can make socks with 2 heels. And all I have to do is do the toe decreases and make sure the toes closed, and do the cuffs. And if I do a folded hem cuff.
Don't even have to do that, really?
Don't even have to do that. I just have to do the toes by hand. Yeah. Which means I could crank a bunch of socks and then get some help putting the toes on needles. And then I could just hand knit toes.
That's fantastic. Oh man, your sock
Is that amazing?
production will go way up.
Which helps because I like hand knit socks. I don't always like sitting down to knit hand knit socks. I want to start being able to do like, if I'm hand knitting the sock, they're the colorwork socks, they're the fancy lace socks. But like your staple core socks, I'd like to be able to buy a skein of yarn and go, I need ye old vanilla sock. And I can crank that tube and be done. Or I want fingerless mittens. And I could crank most of the tube for fingerless mittens and leave enough of the yarn out so that I could do the thumbs afterwards and start making some basic stockinette fingerless mittens. Which I want.
Asa says she's not up for the sock challenge if you get a circular sock machine.
That's cheating. The sock duel only counts if I hand knit the sock from start to finish. But it also means I could do socks for my dad, I could do socks for my sister, my niece. Like I could do socks as gifts. Which would be cool, right?
Yes.
So anyway.
I would like to do that too.
I unshockingly fell down at Aaron's booth. Which, I mean, I make sure everybody knows. But you can save 10% if you use the code Northern Knits when you order through Aaron. And then I delightfully found those shrinking boxes, and I was tickled pink. It was like the first time I ran across the yarn cozies. Just tickled me pink. I was just so happy. So that's what I got. But I did get a present.
Chat says the little trinket trays could also be used as dice trays.
Yes, they could.
Lynn was saying, my mom calls those aught boxes. We use them for putting all the little cut threads when you embroider.
Yes.
Neat.
Also a good option for them. I was actually thinking for when I'm using slip stitch markers and I start taking them out of projects as I'm getting close, this would be a place I could store them and they're all in one spot and I won't misplace them. Obviously not all three.
That's also what I'm thinking of right now because currently I'm keeping like all my light bulb stitch markers. If I get this tassel out of the way, they're all just hooked onto my snips right now. But,
yeah, that could get excessive.
Yeah. It is getting excessive, actually. It's starting to look like I want like punk snips or something. Like all the safety
last
pins.
thing that I got was a present from Sherry.
What? Is it a dragon? It looks like a dragon.
It's a dragon. It's a it's a glass dragon pin. I'm holding the back of it. It's a shawl pin. The shawl pin. I will take photos of this. I'm going to pull up my mom's Dragon at Rest shawl.
Oh, yes.
This is dragon scales. Yeah, I'm going to do that before I go. But this was a gift from Sherry when she saw me yesterday.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I know. It's freaking stunning. So pretty. So pretty. Am I going to wear it? Absolutely. Will it break at some point? You betcha.
Yeah, that's what
Is it going to stop me? Absolutely not.
No, you got to wear your pretty things. Otherwise, what's the point of having
you got to wear your pretty things. Exactly. So that was the last thing I got yesterday. I got a present.
Now that I've gone and got your Midnight Cravings yarn, would you like to see?
Yes. Yes, okay. I would.
So this is your set.
Wants to see too.
Yes. So this is your set. It's sock yarn. So the coppery color is my 2 cents again. The middle color is rum and raisin. It's white with some like purple and orange speckle. And then the sort of deep red color is Shiraz. Yeah. And that's on their light sock base.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I opened this up and I'm like, can I keep it? But no. They turns out this fits perfectly in the Smile Tiger boxes that the coffee comes in, so... Yeah, this is like fits perfect right in there. I'm like, okay, perfect. So I just need to where'd that come from? Just need to get a shipping label and get that mailed to you this week.
Yep. I know I was looking at the stuff that they had in their booth yesterday and I was just like, okay. Yeah, there's another order in our future.
Mm-hmm. Always.
Well, I was reading After Dark. It's called After Dark.
Okay.
I was close. I switched the D out for a B in my head. Not too bad for a yard label in me. It's very, very, very dark. Very dark. But there is that 1890s revamped or like inspired by 1890s cycling sweaters
Oh,
pattern where it's a cardigan and it's a solid dark colored cardigan, and they've got beautiful colorwork detailing stripes down by the bottom, which is cute accent, right? But most of it's in dark. But it's got the big puffy sleeve to the elbow, and then a fitted sleeve after.
I do want to make one of those because it would be a really fun historical project.
I think I'm gonna have to take a look at my 2 cents, but I think my 2 cents is fine close to me. And if it is, I think I need another After Dark in my 2 cents.
Yeah.
So there's some thinking going on. So there could be a date in the future where I go, hey, Diana.
Mm-hmm.
Want to split shipping? Let's do a thing. And I don't. In the case of Minute Cravings, it's not hard because they're freaking gorgeous, lovely ladies. They're just, they're so nice. I love seeing them at shows whenever we get the chance to be in the same show together. I'm always tickled pink. It's so good.
They are fun. They're super fun.
That's it. That's acquisitions.
Karen says, now I want punk snips, the baddest scissors in town. Absolutely. Snip, snip.
I mean, oh no.
I added a word to that sentence in my head.
I've watched too much Fairy Tale. So while you said snip, my brain went sniff, sniff. Because one of the characters does it, and it's so creepy.
Oh yes, I forgot about that character.
And it's his thing. It's Ichiya, right? It's Ichiya.
Yeah, something like that.
The Blue Pegasus Guild. He wears his short old man. He wears his white tailored suit. And his thing is sniff, sniff. That's so creepy. Yep. But that's what my brain did to you. So good. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. We got other things. You got other things. Patreon ads to do.
Yeah. Okay, what's my word today?
I have no idea. I look on my phone. It's not happening today.
Oh, okay. We'll take a break from that this week then.
Or check chat. Give it a couple seconds. Maybe chat has a suggestion. Maybe chat can come up with a word for the day today.
Oh, is there going to be trivia today? If chat provides me with some trivia, I can do some trivia.
Oh my god. Sure, why not?
So my mom found inspired Karen with the baddest snips in town.
Baddest snips in town. My mom found that the chocolate-covered cashews from the Great Value Brand in Walmart are corn-free.
Ooh.
And Erin, who loves to Google weird things to figure out how stuff is made, has found out how the shiny cover on these is created.
Okay.
It's not for the faint of heart. It's very cool, but also what?
Okay.
So I won't, because it could gross people out, so I'm not going to do it. But look it up. I now call these shellacked cashews.
Ah, yes, I think I know this method.
Yeah. And they're tasty.
All right, I have several words in chat now, so I'm going to start this ad before I get more words that I need to add. I'm going to go try and do all of the words.
Let's do it. Surprise me.
The words are aliens, punk scissors, and nail polish.
Damn.
Okay. I don't know how I'm going to get all. I don't know how I'm going to get these all in. Here we go. If for some reason you would like to financially support these shenanigans, you may do so at patreon.com/northernitspodcast. Any level of support gets you access to our patron-only Discord server, where we are active at all hours of the day and the night, talking about all manner of things. Sorry.
She lost it.
I don't know how... let me explain. Because I said the phrase, I don't know how I'm going to fit these all in, and to which Karen says, that's what she said. And I don't remember what I was saying anymore. talk about all manner of things. I suppose it would be cheating to say that we talk about everything from aliens to nail polish. That I feel like that's cheating. I mean, it's true, but I also think it's cheating.
Nope.
Yep, sorry, I'm broken. Karen broke me. Sorry.
Oh, can I try?
Go for it.
Can I try? I have no idea which Patreon ad is, because I don't listen when I say it. I really don't, because it's not scripted. You say words, and then I wait till you're done, and then I do my part.
Well, you can make up your own words. You're welcome to try.
If you guys like to financially support the podcast, you can join the Patreon fund with us on our Patreon website for just $1 a month or so. You can join in Discord chats where we'll talk everything from nail polishes to punk snips. If you're a little more adventurous, if you're a bit of one of the higher tiers, you can also join us while we play some After Dark gaming, in which case you can hear me and Diana swear at aliens.
Ooh, yes. Gosh darn, aliens making a mess. I lit that place on fire so many times. Viscera cleanup detail is
delightful and not child appropriate, and why we do it is
absolutely not. And also I swear a lot because I make more messes than I clean up. Let's be honest.
You really do. You really do.
I was trying to make it better, and then I lit it on fire, and then it was much worse.
As always, guys, we super understand that financial restrictions are a real life thing. If you can't financially support us, don't worry. Liking, subscribing, commenting here on YouTube and other social media platforms is a great way to interact with us. We also have a Shopify store, so if you ever want to own some swag with the logo Northern Knits Podcast on it, or the hashtag Don't Forget to Knit, please feel free to indulge in a Jocelyn-sized mug. Don't worry, I won't tell everybody.
I feel like I need to put punk snips on things now.
Oh my god, we do. As always, stuff is happening and going on. This month, the month of June, we are wrapping up the Spring Knit with us. So that'll be wrapping up the 20th, which is the summer solstice, which begins the summer solstice knit with us. So we will be live on June the 20th at noon, Manitoba time. We will be doing a cast-on party. So if you know of a summer knit that you want to do, or you're not sure about your summer knit that you want to do for yourself, for a friend, for a person, for your dog, I don't know your life. You do whatever you want. These are one of those relaxed seasonal things. We just do them for fun. You can join us cast on, and you can all enable us into additional projects, because that is what happens.
Oh, it's very easy.
This coming Thursday is the middle of the month, so I'll be live with Louise this coming Thursday on the mid-month motivation on her channel, Wildflower and Wool, and that'll be happening at 6:30 Manitoba time, which is 7:30 Ontario time. She says to remind Diana to join one of these times. As a reminder, we did the monthly check-in. One day. We did the monthly check-in on the first Friday of the month this time around, because life instead of the first Thursday. And both me and Louise are starting a capelet, and we talked Diana into joining us.
Yes, I need to pick yarn for that.
It wasn't hard. So that project is currently going on secretly in the background, so you will get a check-in on that on the first Thursday of July. I think that's about all we've got going on at the moment. I'm obviously will be home this week. The traveling will be done for a while.
Yep. I'm not going anywhere for a while.
So we'll be back to random online gaming. And then we got the Whip Sprint, which is like the last Saturday of the month. The Patreon E-Knitted is this Saturday, I believe. Am I wrong about that?
I don't remember. Hang on. Is this the second? What do we got? I need a calendar.
It's the second last Saturday
you're right. Yeah, the Patreon Knitted is this Saturday.
Yeah.
How are we this far through the month? Where did the month go?
So I hope Diana's been working on her craft off project, because that's the first Sunday of the month, and that's coming up real quick.
Yeah, it is.
I don't even remember what I'm supposed to be working on. my Summer Breeze. That's it. So I was working on my Summer Breeze cardigan. I remember it. It took a hot second. That's fine. We got there. So that's a thing. Now that I'm panicking, because I just realized how much work I've got on my plate.
Uh-huh. Having fun yet?
Let's do some quiz questions and wrap it up.
Okay, chat. I need some trivia questions for Jocelyn.
Because, oh my god, I have to have the Midnight Breeze out. I have to have the Adventure Summer Cardigan done. Oh my god.
Yeah, I need to make myself a to-do list of all the things I need to get done, because I have to, before people show up in July, I need to have the Cobra sweater fixed, and I had a request for a Sylveon amigurumi. So I need to have those both done by, like, sometime in July.
You know what we need to do? We need to hang out in the Discord chat and knit like it's our job. That's what we need to do.
Yes.
Do it together to make sure we're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to institute that policy where we have to sit down for a chunk of the afternoon and knit together so that some of the stuff gets done. Because you and I are both sitting on some deadlines.
Yeah, and then there's all that other... there's all the secret things
going
on. Yeah.
Because stuff gets planned in advance. That's how this works.
I need to make
Holy
myself a list.
snickerdoodles.
Because I was fine to remember 2 or 3 things, but now there's like 6 things.
No, I need a list too. I need to, my list is going to be bigger than your list, as it should be.
Well, yeah, you're doing like actual pattern design stuff.
That's harder than you think.
No, I think it's quite hard. That's why I'm not doing it.
Oh, so bad. All right. Do we have quiz questions?
I see no trivia questions in chat, so I think maybe you get off. You get off for free today.
It's technically not the first Monday, first month.
It's not the first Sunday, so it's fine. It's fine.
Bonus.
So I'm playing with the fan. I'll put that away. This is why I need to have knitting, otherwise I like fidget and it's not good.
Okay. Good.
Knitting is my fidget.
I know it is. Sweet. In which case, I'm going to do an outro.
Okay.
And then I gotta go. I gotta make some fake mint juleps and some lemon pie. So.
Sounds great. I'm gonna go expire in the heat that is this room.
Oh, jeebus. Until next week, I'm gonna say I'm Jocelyn.
And I'm Diana.
No matter where your week takes you, don't forget to knit. Nope, way off.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Wait. Oh, I didn't have the stream button and stream button. Okay. It's end stream. Okay, bye.